one of your main reference books, your
Yeah.
reference guides, in this case the Chicago Manual of Style, you were referencing section
147.
11.147.
And look, that's what I call the real killer of what the sign language is all about. Because in this one, it gives you a sample of for this camera here, the sign for a car drove by is written as vehicle-drive-by.
Yes.
And that is following the proper rules of ancient Latin, which is when Latin is the all uppercase text is used. The official language of Rome is ancient Latin, which is the all uppercase text with the marks between the signs to render all the signs together, to string it along into a sentence or a readable sentence. With English, these are the normal words of English, which uses the grammatical rules of English. But this dog Latin or Babylonian text, which is really Babel, which really means nothing, is when the all uppercase text is used using the grammatical rules of English. You shouldn't be using the all uppercase Latin text with the grammatical rules of English, and that's the corruption. That's the whole, where the whole of their system rides on that little point. You could say it's a hyphen. It's a little mark that big. It's all it boils down to. That is the secret in the whole system, and it just seems how they got such a little. That is a needle in a haystack, and that's why it took 7 years. Whether or not it's true, I don't know. People won't believe it or anything. But when you ask magistrates about this stuff, boy, they can't answer it. I think they know. So you could say it's been a 1,500-year long search to find the needle, to find Justinian's deception. So the other two books, which are really important, of course, is the Oxford Manual of Styles,
which comes from Oxford University in
Yes.
the UK.
Yeah, and that really tells you how to use English. Even though, like I say, even though the marginal text on the cover is all in Babylonian text, where that is not. That's a proper proper nouns. What are they?
It's properly capitalised, which
Yes.
means the first letter is uppercase.
So is that. you
Yes.
know. That's a title case. That's proper title case. That's proper title case. That's strangely the Oxford. That's not title case at all.
Well, it's in all capital letters, plus with varying font sizes.
Yeah. And even last but certainly not least.
Here it is again, the Webster's Dictionary.
Well, it's just got that many words, but psychedelic isn't in here, which is a strange word because that was born or birthed in the 70s in the flower power era, and when I was I was about 18 or whatever. I loved the 70s. That was a pretty good time, But I'm just thinking back, the 70s was free, and it was in 1973 when Whitlam sold us down the drain, literally. He sold us down the gutter, and I lived prior to that, and it sure was a very free, wonderful time. And you ask anyone that's been through the 70s, but from that point on, the laws and the oppression of these private foreign governments, corporate governments, I've seen the depression. Australia, there was jobs, there was work. We built everything here. I'm not saying that the old days were the good days. I'm just saying that those days were secure and free. It was such a free time for us, and yet today I can't believe the government control that our people are just accepting now. It's, you know, they're lining up for, I mean, forced medication, forced fluoridation in water. What is all this? This is absolute poisoning of the people.
I guess you're saying we are living in darker times.
We are.
You might be questioning whether any real progress is being made.
Well, the dark times really are away with all the internet and everything. You would think that they are light times because of the amount of knowledge that we can. And you know what? You can find an incredible amount of knowledge. All these books, well, the Black's Law dictionaries and everything, I've got the 12. I've got volumes of them, all online, all downloaded. I got them, someone sent me just copies of them, which is an incredible amount of access. I mean, all the dictionaries, you can go, all the Bibles even, are all online, and you can do searches on these things if you want to. But for some reason, even through all the internet, they've managed to distract and hide us and stop us for some reason from finding how all of this stuff happened. The Unidroit Treaty of Rome. No one knew about the Unidroit, but when you know about it, you go on there and it tells you exactly what it is. It's some sort of a French private law tribunal water law system. We've been told. And you know, as Australians slowly have been indoctrinated to accept this. Maybe the poor Australian, if you had lived through the 70s and that, there's no way you would have accepted it. That's probably why a lot of people around my age now are actually finally starting to wake up and go, there's something really wrong here. And you know, it took a lot of fight. There's been a lot of us doing the research too, but I believe that it's just grammatical. It's a bloody hyphen. That's it. A needle in a haystack. You know, it's funny. A needle looks a bit like that. And a hyphen also looks a bit like that. So after all of this search, it just comes down to a missing hyphen. Missing hyphen. Put the hyphen back in.